hearing me? Well, okay. I think it's better right now. Okay, sorry about that. I think we had glitches. Let's go. So I was reading, and I think a lot of you had missed something. I was reading from the book Discover Yourself, and I was reading about time and time management. Paul, are you hearing me at the moment? If you are, please let me know if you're still here. So let's go ahead quickly because of our time. So we said in order to understand time, there are few principles you must take um, to heart, few principles you must understand. Number one is reify time. I'm reading from the book Discover Yourself by Dr. Cussons. Reify time. Reifying time is to make time a thing. By making time a thing or teamifying time, we will begin to see time as something we can tangibly use or not use. We will cease from seeing it as an abstract thing and concept out there. You may think that you do not take time as an abstract concept until you embark on the task of defining time. So let's try it. What is time? What does time mean to you? Now, if you cannot answer this question, you find out that you don't really understand what time is and that you are taking time as a very abstract concept. What is time? Try and do that exercise so you can see it. So, principle number two, personalize time. Make time your time. Do not make time our time. Every time is your time. There is nothing like our time. When the chips are down, we are all on our own. Our destinations are not the same. So, what time means to the man traveling to the city of Lagos by air from Owerri, Nigeria, is not the same thing it means to the man making the same destination by car. It is worthy to note that there is no other time apart from the time that is yours. This will definitely stop you from comparing yourself with those who are not making proper use of their time. Instead, compare yourself with those who are maximizing their time. Make time your time. Principle number time with your life. And that's one of my best of the seven principles I developed about time in this book, Discover Yourself. Now, principle number three says, by this, you are expected to represent your life mathematically thus. So let's look at it. My life equals my life equals my seconds plus minutes plus hours plus days plus weeks plus months plus years. So if you want to know your time, just put all this together: seconds and minutes and hours and days and weeks and months and years. But my seconds plus my minutes plus my days plus my weeks plus my months plus my years equal time. Therefore, my life equals my time. Symbolically stated, you can state it the way we stated it here. So L equals T, where M1, H, D, W, M2, and Y stand for seconds, minutes, and blah, 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 blah. And okay, so you can see from the foregoing, I can see that my misuse of my time is directly proportional to the misuse of my life. Any mismanagement of my time is the mismanagement of my life. I see a lot of people who can chat for hours on end, but when it comes to sitting down, learning something, they tell you they are impatient. Oh, they can't even try. And you know that, oh, yeah. Since my life is okay, from the foregoing, I can see that my misuse of my time is really proportional to the misuse of my life. Any mismanagement of my not joke with my life, there's no reason I would joke with my time because my time is my life. Immediately you start seeing your life as your time. Now everything will start coming together. You're going to be better with your time management. Now, see the end. Principle number 4, limit time. Now, see the end of your time. There is no work, no device, no knowledge, no wisdom in the grave without thou goest. In fact, it's very important to note that all of us watching here today, listening to this, whether live or later, you're going to see that if 30 years is added to you, or the year you are in now is doubled, whether you're 20 or 30 or 40 or 50, or whatever you are, if it is doubled, you may be on the departure lounge of life. So know that life is like a tank, water tank filled with water, and it is made to start discharging at birth. So immediately you are born, your life has started counting. So the water is starting to discharge. Yeah, whether 1 cup a day or 2 cups a day or whatever, but you know it, that is a matter of time. This tank will discharge all the water inside of it. Because of our time, let's move. Principle number 5, modify time. By this, you are expected to know that with the ticking of time, money is ticked in or ticked out. Some people, their 1 minute or 1 second or 1 hour is worth so much. How much is your minute, your hour, your seconds? How much are they worth? Your 1 year. When you take all the monies you made in a year, how much are they worth? The difference between you, myself, and those persons is very simple. How much they value their time and how much they've worked on the systems that will make their time worthwhile. Each second in your life is a unit of money waiting for you to credit or debit to your account. If you can remember that the richest man on earth at present nets millions of dollars daily, you begin to understand what time means. Time not modified is time mismanaged. I repeat, time not modified is time mismanaged. Modification of time is the art of mentally turning every single unit of your time from seconds to millennium into monetary units. Your 1 second could be 1 naira, $1, 1 million naira. It could be €1, £1, as the case may be. There is a very big difference between monetization of time and modification of time. A monetized time, one searches for money in any time spent, when is not proper. This person looks at money or its equivalent while throwing all other cautions and considerations aside. So, monetization of money, while it is not wrong in itself, but you must understand modification. Modification is to make money a thing, and monetization is to try to turn every money into money. The difference is that the person who has monetized every time sometimes may not even have enough sleep, sometimes his health, and other considerations. But the person who had modified time, if he's spending the time with his family or loved ones, is looking at the monification aspect, not just the monetized aspect. This person who has monetized money, remember, monification is right for me, monetization is not too right for me when you shift it to the boundaries. This person who has monetized time above all other attributes is selfish and a miser. The pursuit exemplifies the time monetizer. While in time monification, he is spending his time today, or what he's doing with his time today, if they were to be quantified, this time modifier can spend time with motherless babies. This time modifier can spend time with accident victims. This time modifier can spend time with his children, loved ones, his spouse, or whatever. Yeah, he could even spend time volunteering because for him, time is not just only money that comes in as money, but value that are given out and to the right people. What the time modifier does with his time could be humanitarian work, writing songs and poems, giving talks, helping accident victims, teaching the neighborhood children, counseling, thinking, relaxing, gardening, meeting, reading, holidaying, walking, taking a walk, and so forth. At the end, he is adjudged to have used his time properly due largely to the result and fruit it yielded. While money is important to the time monifier's assessment of his time, it is not the only standard assessment. Let's look at principle number 6, explore and create time. I've had a lot of people who say, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. But the truth is that you may not have time only when you find out that what you want to use the time for is not important. You don't have time for your loved ones. You don't have time to read. You don't have time, maybe for your God in your own religion. You don't have time to take care of yourself. You don't have time for exercise. You don't have time to sit down and plan your business. Yeah, time is not there. Time can only be explored and created. So there is time everywhere, but until it is created, it can never become your time. This is true because time is a scarce commodity with so many things and interests competing in your life, in your life, um, in your life. A lot of things are competing for your time. Rest, leisure, work, sleep, traveling, caring for others, reading, religious activities, things you see and things you hear, chatting, learning new things and rehearsing old ones, making new friends and maintaining old ones, using convenience, falling sick and recovering from sickness, anxiety and moodiness, joy and happiness, gossip, and so on. The list is endless and personal. If you do not know that time is a scarce resource with too many interests competing for its attention, you will always leave the management of your time to the whims and caprices of these varying but numerous interests. In defiance of conflicting and competing interests, create your time and do what you want to do with it in defiance to conflicting and competing interests. If you allow these competing interests to control your time, then your time is managing you instead of you managing your time. Remember, all great men are great time managers. Now, it's very important to also note that when we talk about time management, it's not like a tool you can just take to the left or right. It's for you to manage yourself so that you can work within the ambit of the time. Because really, you cannot, in that sense, manage time. You can only work within the ambit of time. Okay, so if you've got that, um, oh, I do hope. Okay, please confirm for me if you are hearing me. Paul, can you confirm if you are hearing? Confirm for me whether you are hearing me. Paul, can you do that? My internet is reading right, so but I want to be sure that you are hearing me. Okay, thank you, Franklin. Okay, so we're going to close in just about a minute, in the next 1 minute. Now, remember to share with your friends. Remember to make sure that you share this with your friends. Principle number 7, and it will be the last principle we treat today. The book will talk about the children of Issachar as knowing the time, thereby ruling over their brethren. In the Bible, First Chronicle 32, those who know the time bear rule over others. If you do not know what time it is, you will not know the proper thing to do. There is no time in eternity than now. There is time for everything, but now is the only time that you have. If you do not know the time, you will be sleeping when you should be awake. It happens with students. When you are supposed to read your book, you don't take the same exams. If you do not know the time, you will be sleeping when you should be awake. You'll be resting when you should be working. But always remember this: anytime you are sleeping, when it is time to work, then you must be awake when others who worked are sleeping. In addition, when you rest when it's time to work, you must be working when it's time to rest, whether you like it or not. As used here, the term sleep to the neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, not yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happened to them all. As said earlier, purpose properly directed is very important to proper self actualization. The qualification proper is used in qualifying self actualization above just to show that some ambitions and so called self actualizations are not worthwhile. For instance, someone I know voices ambition of out drinking every draw of out drinking every other drunk. Yeah, that was his what? That was what he was using his time for. And this is somebody I know. I'm not telling you a story. Yeah, the man died a very miserable death. Okay. Now he accomplished just that. He accomplished his life, ambition. This is a true story. In fact, in one of his drinking bouts, he collapsed and was in a coma for many days. After his medical test, the doctor declared that the volume of alcohol in his system was more than the percentage of his blood, whatever that means. Before then, the doctor had counseled him countless times to avoid alcohol. To make a long story short, after one of his drinking sprees, he died from alcohol related medical complications. He was about my father's age at that time, but he didn't have a wife or children and no known house or property, not even a business. He was always very happy. At least it appears that he was. Was he not self actualized? What do you think? For me, I think he was actualized in his own way. What he wanted to do with his life, he accomplished that. That as something we can want universalized. No. Advancing consistently in the direction of your dream is indispensable to self actualization. Martin Luther King Jr. advised us to make sure that we are in motion every second of our lives. If we cannot run, at least we can walk. If we cannot walk, we can at least crawl. Yours truly will pause here to add that while you must be in motion, make sure it is a forward movement. For according to Ellen Glasgow, all movement is not forward. So thank you very much for listening. This is from my book, Discover Yourself. Yes, I do hope you were able to pick something in today's lunch and learn. Yes, I am very, very glad that you attended. Yes, this is where I want to help my friends. The year has come to the middle and surpassed the middle. We are somewhere after the middle of the year. And a lot of people are still lost. They don't know what they want to do with their lives. Nothing is working. They when they look back, it seems so much is not happening nice. And that is why I want to encourage you and push you to achieve what you should achieve this year. Money making is the easiest thing on earth. To make money is so easy. Immediately you understand that if you can offer value and then you are able to take the value to the marketplace and then you are able to pitch that value and then you are able to have the people who want the value pay for the value and then you are able to collect your money, you are going to be as great as you want. Okay, then remember that in every aspect of our lives, God has given you capacity to manifest something. There is something you have that no other person on earth has. Don't allow fear to stop you from manifesting your greatness. Go out there, try it out, fail. Don't allow fear to keep you down. I appreciate you for listening in. Before we go, remember to share this with your friends. Now, if you feel you want to reach out to me personally, yeah, you can reach out to me through um, WhatsApp by just WhatsApping on the number you are going to see on your screen, and I will attend to you. If you want to buy the book, Discover Yourself, you can ask for the link so that I can make it available to you all. I think let me see if I can find the link right here. Okay, so I'll paste the link in case you want to buy the book. Yes, you can buy on Amazon, but you can also buy, yeah, um, just buy from this link. Okay, thank you very much, Apollos. Thank you. Um, Idachaba Paul, thank you Okoko Effiong, thank you David Osman, thank you Ifani Franklin, thank you all my friends, Joshua, Barbara, and all of you guys. Thank you so very much. Remember, let's stay celebrated. Remember, this program is Mondays 1:30 and Wednesdays 1:30. On Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. in the night, we have what we call success algorithm, and I will be expecting you tomorrow. Just the same link, just like this page, the same place you appeared. If you just come to this page, wherever, whether you're watching from Instagram or you are watching on Facebook account or Facebook page or you're watching on YouTube, you just come back to where you are right now and click on the videos. You're going to see the live video. Have a beautiful day. Remember blessed and stay celebrated always. Good afternoon.